very good morning. My name is Swajan Shakina binti Wan Abdul Raza and my matrix number is 180661. And as for last week, we have done the case study about what will happen if the cow ate more carrots. And so we have been discussing about it in our groups, and for today we are going to present it one by one. And so I will start. Our topic is what will happen if the cow ate more Herbivorous mammals face several challenges when feeding. As we know, plant matter is tough to digest, relatively low in fat and protein, and the majority of nutrients are located within cow cell walls. Mammals lack the enzymes needed to break down these cell wall compounds, which include cellulose and lignin, and thus can only access a small portion of the nutrients in vegetation by themselves. Many microorganisms, on the other hand, can synthesize cellulitic enzymes. A symbiotic relationship exists between almost all herbivores, mammals, and microbes. Mammals provide food and living space for the microbes and receive the byproducts of fermentation, including fatty acids and sugars, in return. However, microbial fermentation is a slow process, requiring time and space in order for it to occur. The downside to such hinge-gut fermentation is that many byproducts of fermentation cannot be absorbed so far down the alimentary canal. Ruminants are able to take advantage of these byproducts because fermentation occurs before digestion occurs, with microbes being given space in their capacious stomach. And I think that's all for me, and I will pass it to my other group members. Thank you.
Good morning, my name is Song Chiuni with matric card number 179106. Today I'll be presenting on the objectives, list of difficult words, and a little bit of information on the composition of carrots. First, this will be our second case study, which is what will happen if a cow of 300 kilograms ate carrots, which the amount is around 2% of its body weight. After the research had been done, the objective that we are trying to implement in this case study is there are two objectives. First, we are trying to achieve and investigate the effects of consumption of carrots in a ruminant diet. Secondly, is to investigate the biochemical process of carrots in the ruminant after consumption, which is basically fermentation. So I'll proceed to the list of difficult words. First, the word is heat liable, which mainly the meaning is destroyed or altered by heat. Second would be digestible, which means alimentary tract, which contains alimentary tract contents, which is undergoing digestion process. Third would be eruption, which means the voiding of gas or a small quantity of acidic fluid from the stomach through the mouth. Fourth would be microbes, which is the small, tiny single-celled organisms. And lastly is susceptible, which is likely or liable to be influenced or harmed by a particular thing. Next, I'll proceed on to the composition of the carrots. Carrots are a root vegetable that is consumed because of its benefits. It also can be given to ruminant as a feed of daily needs, but in a controlled amount. Carrots are actually rich in carbohydrates such as beta carotene, which is a precursor of vitamin A. And besides carbohydrates, carrots actually also contains phosphorus, calcium, and they are actually low in fat content. Lastly, carrots are also particularly rich in vitamin C, or as we know as ascorbic acid, but it is highly heat liable, thus it will be sustainable to dehydration. That's all from me. Thank you.
3.
Good morning, my name is Daruni anak perempuan Ewin. My metric number is 178977. So today I will explain about what will happen if cow ate a lot of carrot. So I will explain about the process of formation of energy when the cow ate a lot of carrot. Okay, a ruminant has 4 chambers. That is rumen, reticulum, omasum, and abomasum. Okay, when the carrots are consumed, it actually gives up energy. Energy can be produced using 2 ways, which are the substrate phosphorylation and also oxidative phosphorylation. Firstly, glycolysis takes place. The molecular bonds in food product do not give high amount of energy when broken down. Therefore, the energy contained in food is released within cells and stored in the form of adenosine triphosphate, that is we known as ATP, a high energy compound created by cellular energy production system. Glycolysis breaks down glucose or glycogen into pyruvic acid through enzymatic reactions within the cytoplasm of the cell. The process results in the formation of 3 molecules of ATP. 2 if the starting product was glucose. Without the presence of oxygen, pyruvic acid is changed to lactic acid, and the energy production process ends. However, in the presence of oxygen, larger amount of ATP can be produced. In that situation, pyruvic acid is transformed into a chemical compound called acetyl coenzyme A. In that situation, pyruvic acid is transformed into a chemical compound called acetyl compound A. Acetyl compound A is a compound that begins a complex series of reactions in the Krebs cycle and the electron transport system. The end result is a net gain of up to 39 molecules of ATP from 1 molecule of glycogen, 38 molecules of ATP if glucose was used. Thus, through state system, glucose can be used very efficiently in the production of energy for the body. That's all from me. Thank you.
8.
My name is Intan. I live in Japan. My metric number is 179270. Okay, today I would like to talk about the biochemical processes in plants. In plants, there are 4 parts, which is esophagus, reticulum, omasum, and abomasum. Saliva reservoirs. It makes chewing and swallowing easier, but primarily it contains sodium and potassium. Sauce can act as over against acidity. Before the food is fermented, it breaks down by the mechanical excess of chewing. Microbes produce enzymes in the lumen which initiate chemical breakdown. The walls of high reticulum most often steam. And the ingested carrots with the rumen fluid and stops. The contraction starts to flow of final food across the omasum. After that, rumination is process whereby newly eaten feed is sent to the mouth for further chewing. This breaks the food into smaller particles into smaller pieces whereby it clears the surface area of food particles for easier microbial digestion. The microbes in the mind include bacteria, protozoa, and fungi. By fermentation, the end product are utilized by the lungs as well as by the microbes themselves. They digest about 70 to 80% of the digestible dry matter in the brain. The major end product of microbial fermentation are volatile fatty acids, which is known as DHA, the cow's fat energy cells. These acids are vital because they are major source of energy for the rumen. They are also non-covalent, which they are produced through vitamin, fat, and protein content of milk produced by the cow. Acetate, propionate, and glutamate are the three major of BFA. BFA are absorbed through the wall of the lungs and are transported in the blood to the liver. Then, in the liver, they are converted to other sources of energy. From the liver, the energy is used to perform various functions that are
Hello, my name is Nurizulaika binti Nurizal, metric number 179013. Okay, basically, I will continue what my members before this have to say. Okay, basically, propionate is the end product of fermentation of starch and sugars. Both of the energy are used for lift, weight gain, and for memory system to produce lactose. Propionate is considered a more efficient energy source because fermentation occurs whereby it favors the production of propionate and thus produce less wasted methane and carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide and methane are either removed through the rumen wall or lost by eruption. Some of the carbon dioxide is also used either intestinal microbes and by the cow to maintain bicarbonate levels in saliva. Methane cannot be used as a source of energy. Next is ammonia. Ammonia is used to manufacture microbial protein. Lastly are gases, which are a source of wasted energy. The omasum lies between the reticulum and abomasum. The primary function is to drink water and further grain and break down feed. Next is abomasum. Abomasum connects abomasum to the small intestine. Acid digestion takes place in the abomasum rather than microbial fermentation. The lining of abomasum is folded into ridges, which produce gastric juices containing hydrochloric acids and peptins. The pH value of these gastric juices varies from 1 to 1.3, making the environment very acidic. The acidity kills the rumen microbes. Peptins then carry out the digestion of microbial protein and dietary protein in the abomasum. From the abomasum, the digested food moves to small intestine. Secretion of bile, which is high in pH, changes the digest stuff from acidic to alkaline, which allow digestion of different nutrients. And the large intestine, which consists of cecum and colon, is the site for secondary fermentation. About 10 to 15% of energy used by the cow is absorbed from the large intestine. Absorption of water and minerals along with ammonia also occurs here. The components of the fluids that are not in the large intestine are passed through the rectum and are expelled as feces through the anus. Okay, I think that's it for now. Thank you.